Welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage. Today we are going to be having a look at Ocean. This is going to be a lower time frame video. We do have our higher time frame video up above, so check that out if that's more what you're interested in. Let's get into the counts and see what's going on. So we're going to be discussing this move to the upside that we currently have here. And what I'm looking at is this in two ways. So there is a potential that this could be a corrective structure, in which case what we're looking for is just something like this as a bigger A, a B, and then a C wave to the upside. Now within this move to the upside here as a C wave, we have already met the minimum requirement here. If we do continue to push to the upside, I will be looking out for this possibility of this 786, 854 and this 121 as potential targets to the upside if this is going to just be a corrective structure where we are going to see this move push up a little bit higher. We do have this target box which is also sitting here towards this 42.28 to this 41 cent region, which within here we do have a daily naked point of control which is sitting on this lower level here towards this 4117. So if we do see price move into this zone, possibly what we could see is a move into this level, and then we could see that possibility of a rejection from this area. So the way I'm looking at this as a C wave here is going to be the same within both of these two counts here, is that within this structure what I'm saying is that we have this is 1, 2, 3. This is a fourth wave. We have no overlap here, and what I'm looking for is the potential that this could be a diagonal pattern here, where effectively what we have is 1, 2, 3, looking for another 3 wave move down, and then that possibility of a fifth to the upside. Now it is also possible this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this is actually already completed into this high point here. Only would we get confirmation by moving down past this 35.27 level. Now if we do just see another 3 wave move up here, we'll be looking for this possibility to push up higher into this target box, this 43.12 to this 41.15 as a possible zone for this as a fifth wave. Now we have to always be careful that there could be extension within here, but effectively what we'd be looking for within the corrective count is if we do see this complete as a diagonal pattern here, what I would then be looking for as a possible target would actually be coming back down here into this zone of this 31.12 to this 26.63. So this would be looking for the possibility of having continuation. Invalidation of this would come by dropping below this 23.70 level, because then I think we would still be within our corrective count to the downside. So if we are looking at this, we're looking for this possibility of this all being a W. We see an X wave to the downside, and then possibly see another leg to the upside here as a Y wave. So this would be looking at the corrective structure here to the upside. Now within the bigger picture, effectively what this would be looking for here is the fact that we could be within this as an A wave, looking for this B wave to the upside here, in which case our typical rejection area is actually in this white box that we've got here, which would be this 47.69 to this area here of this 36.98. Now if we do see price look to push up higher here, what we could see is price could push up towards this 55.98 if we achieve this 1-to-1. So this 1-to-1 is measured this W wave up into this 1-to-1 up here. So effectively if we don't push up into that 1-to-1 here, this changes this target slightly and would actually bring us right into line with coming back into the 786. So we're going to have to see exactly where this W wave completes here, and then if we do see a 3 wave move down, we'll have to project this to the upside. The two areas I am looking for here as possible targets would be this white box area lower down here, 47.69 to this 36.98, and as we can see we've come up here pretty much into this golden pocket already, which is sitting between this 41.07 and this 42.26. If we do see price continue to push to the upside here, where we get a bigger 3 wave move that actually moves into this higher box area, this wouldn't invalidate the idea of this being a corrective move, because this could just be A, B, and C. We see a push up towards 81.04 to this 57.69, and then we still see this possibility of this C wave to the downside. So this would then make us be looking for a flat in this area, and this is all looking for that possibility that if I come out here onto the daily, that we are looking for this Y wave looking to play out to the downside, targets being 11.65 as a minimum, and this 4.33 as a 1-to-1 target. Now, if we want to argue the bullish case of this count, what we're saying is that we could have this potentially as 1-2, and we could be looking to move up from this point. We already came down to this 50% level, so the corrective one is looking for this possibility of coming down deeper into this level. The bullish one is looking to actually hold this low and look to directly push to the upside. So what we could see here is that if we are looking at this as a bullish count, we're looking for this $3.19 to confirm the count. Alternatively, what we could see here is that this could also just be A, B, and C, in which case $1.18 could be a potential target if we do continue to see good 5-wave structure up here. So these are the two ways I'm looking at this in a shorter term bullish count here. The higher time frame bullish count is hitting this 319. Now, if we are looking at this in this way, effectively what we'd be looking at is within this structure trying to find a 5-wave move. Now, it is possible that within this we could be looking at an impulse that is starting to the upside, where this becomes 1, 2 in this part here, and we're looking at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, if we do get this as a 5-wave move to the upside here, and we do get this additional push up here, and then we look to break down in a bigger way, taking this 4th wave location, what I would be then looking for would be the potential to find support here in this 34.25 to this 31.55. Holding this zone could align with the idea of seeing this bigger push to the upside here, where we see this as 1, 2, 3 up into this 53.17. Then we'd be looking for continuation up, where effectively what we'd get here is that this 3rd wave would be needing to hit this 62.56. So this is going to be a key level here. 62.56 is the 1.618 of this yellow move down here. So effectively what we want to see is this get hit. Now we can see the blue count, if I'm counting it in this way, is showing that it could potentially fall short of this, but if there is some extension within here, then potentially this 1618 could get hit, and that would be our confirmation that we have a bigger 5-wave move here. So this is what we want if we're looking for that bullish count. Now, the other way we could potentially argue this could play out is that if we are looking at this move slightly different, we could argue that within here we have 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'm also tracking this idea, and what this would mean is that instead of in this ending part over here, I'm actually coming down into the 1 hourly, in this last bit of this move here, instead of saying that what we have here is this as a diagonal pattern looking to complete, what we could say is that this is 1, 2 here, we have another 1, 2 here, and effectively what we're looking for confirmation of this, also the white count 1.618 here at this 43.17, but the more important one would be the yellow count 1618, which would be here at this 44.41. What we'd want to see here if we're looking for the bullish count is maintaining these lows and then seeing price push to the upside directly here. So we want to maintain this 37.57, and then we'd want to see this 44.41 be hit for this idea of a 3rd wave. If we do move up into this level, what we would then be looking for as a 5th wave would be this 46.25 to this 45.12, and then from there what we'd be looking for is the potential to come back down here for another 4th and a 5th. So the key zone here would be the previous 4th wave. I'd want to see this hold, looking to stay above this 40 cent 44, and then we'd want to see another 5-wave move up into this higher range. 48.18 to 46.53 is the target for that level. So that's what we want to see if we're looking for this extension, and the key idea here would be that if we are looking to extend out, and this is 1, 2, 1, 2, or this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're getting a 5th wave extension, if we do move past 51.11, which is this higher target over here, what we could then be looking for is that this is actually 1, 2 here, this all becomes 3, we get 4, 5, and then we'd have an additional 1, 2 here. So this would be looking to actually directly push to the upside, and that would align with the idea of looking to push up into this yellow 1618 here towards a 62.56. That would be our target. So this is why I'm looking out for this possibility of this direct push to the upside. If we do start to see that, then we could be looking for that more bullish case here, but we just need to be aware that we do still have that bearish situation here where this move could just be corrective, and then either we look to find support lower down here, or we look to come down, take these lows, and this would invalidate all of these counts in the shorter term here. Any kind of a move past 29.67 would invalidate these bullish counts, because effectively if we do move down below these lows here, then we don't have this 1, 2, 1, 2 idea, and then final confirmation would come by actually breaking this low towards this 23.73. Having a look at the daily CPI here, what we can see is that we are currently above this central line. Now we have come up into this S1 line. Other targets to the upside are this 4140. We have this 4294 and this level here of this 4448. Now, if we do look to move up into this zone one more time, this would align with that idea of looking for that diagonal. Potentially, if we move up into this 4140 level, that would align with having that diagonal potential. If we do move up into there and we start to reject, we'll be looking for support to come in at either this 3989. If that fails, we have 3832. We have this level here of this 3682, 3526, 3379, and this 3223 to the downside. So if we do look to move to the downside today, these could be potential downside targets that we could have here, which would align with actually starting to get a bit of a retracement here if we are saying that we're looking for this idea of coming back down into the support box. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on that today. If we do look to continue to push up, then we have these higher targets, which would align with that idea of the extension. Now, having a look at the weekly pivots here, what we can see is that we have currently found support above these lines. What I'll be looking for is we do have this S1 line here towards this 41.48. This would align with that additional push to the upside here for this as something like a diagonal pattern here. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. If we do then look to retrace, find support above these lines, then we do have the possibility of continuing to test these higher levels where we could see price look to move towards this 4481, and we have this level here of this 4963. So that would be our upside targets. If, however, we do look to reverse to the downside, what we could see as potential downside targets for the rest of today, because we get new lines printed as of tomorrow, would be this 33.38. We have this 28.61 and this 25.24 as potential downside targets for this week. Now, this would align with the idea, once again, of coming back down, looking for support lower down here, where we're looking to potentially find a bigger corrective structure to the downside. But like I said, we don't have much time left for these. Now, looking at the monthly here, we can see that we are currently above these monthly CPR lines. Our S1 target is much higher here than the weekly one, which is actually sitting towards this 43.35. So if we see price continue to push to the upside here, possibly we could look to get a retest of some of these levels that would align with towards this 854 level if this is just a corrective move to the upside. As well as that, we do have higher targets here of this 5439 and this 6431 as potential targets throughout the rest of this month. If we do fail to actually achieve these targets and then we come back down here, we could potentially look to find support between this 3419 and this 3293 as possible support. If we do fail to hold this zone, then we do have some downside targets for this month still open: 2240, this 1266, and our lower target would be all the way down here towards a 0147. Now, we don't have to reach these targets, but what we can see is the spread on these lines is indicating a bit of volatility here, so we could see price get quite excited. So we're gonna have to just keep an eye on it and see how the waves actually progress. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It's free to join. Everyone have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.